Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am your host, Jamal, and I'm hearing that the game is back on now that things have been fixed in the isolation rooms of the MAD players and ISG players. I also apologize. I didn't realize that ad was missing from the game, and putting in the ban phase, banned Draven, and they're also banning Aatrox. And on Mad's side, they're banning Caitlyn, and the second ban is coming out. You know, I don't think they really want a Draven and Caitlyn on their hands, to be honest. Draven is a monster this entire patch, and Caitlyn is seeing some really heavy play with the new Eclipse in her kit. And they didn't pick a ban. Are we getting another delay?
I'm glued to select the lobby chat to see if they say anything. Prior to this, Niski was very vocal, as is usual for him. I think he was.
Oh man, I think there might be another game delay. Couldn't pick the ban on time.
It's a privilege for the casters to be able to kind of backseat this. At one point, Niski made a joke, and I forget who it was, said, "No one laughed" from the Isra side. That's in. Niski's jokes were falling a little flat, but you know.
You know, on ISG's pick and ban phase, they banned Aatrox and Draven. It is seen by Armut that, you know, his personal favorite is Aatrox, but in the last two games during LEC, both during the spring and summer, his Aatrox games just weren't on point. In spring LEC, he got a 50% win rate, and on the summer LEC, he got a 0% win rate, along with Jace during that 0% win rate. It's very interesting. You know, maybe he won't pick Aatrox. You know, his top three is Aatrox, Renekton, and Gwen. And Renekton, you know, got nerfed, but who knows, he could pick it out of his pocket, or, you know, he could pick a Gwen, which is just really weird. I don't know why you'd play Gwen. Not saying anything about my Gwen players. And then for the Draven, Unforgiven, you know, it's not shown here. He has a 66% win rate. He won during summer LEC. And it appears I'm having technical difficulties.
And now Isserus has left the lobby. I'm not sure if we're going to be remaking that, if they just all need to rejoin it. Exactly what's going on.
ISG apparently left the lobby. They couldn't figure out what's going on.
Let's see. Do we have any fun facts for you guys? Unforgiven, you think we're going to get that pocket Karthus pick sometime here?
Of course. Game 1, I expect actually Cabin Flowers.
Yeah?
No. Okay. I expect you heard the analyst talking about trying to keep things maybe a little bit more standard for Mad Lions here. If you want me to do a little bit of stake setting, there's some things to talk about. I mean, they already talked about a little bit of the disappointment of the not winning best of 5, how they kind of dropped off.
Looking at both support players here on the ISG and Mad Lions side, they both really like to play engage supports. And Jelly, you know, he likes to pick off season supports. Staying at the LLA closing playoffs, he picked Set. You know, you never see a Set in support, really. And, you know, Tom Kench is not a bad pick. He's a really decent pick. But, you know, I don't know why you would pick, you know, someone over a Mumu, who's a really, you know, pro play, like, support right now. Even after all his nerfs, he's still really good in support in the bottom lane. You know, paired with someone like an Aphelios or a Kalista Zeri, you know, Mumu can dish out the CC enough to secure a kill in the bot lane. You know, and it also would make sense, you know, why you would pick it, considering the support for Mad Lions has, you know, he also plays as engaged supports. You know, the only Enchanter support you really see here is Zillion and Yuumi and Renata Glask, but Renata Glask is a bit of a glass cannon, a bit of a weird cannon, to be honest. And, yeah, no, there's no reason, like, you know, you should probably pick a Mumu. But, you know, these are some really nice picks I'm seeing, looking at their sheet. Looking at the ADC player on the ISG side, you know, one of his recent most played champions is Aphelios, but, you know, again, with all the patches and stuff, Aphelios is not really as viable as he is now, because, you know, why would you pick Aphelios when you could pick a Kalista, you know? It's showing here that you know, on both teams, Callista is really good. And, you know, Unforgiven, you know, on his side, he has a 100% win rate Karthus, you know. It's a pocket pick for him, even though he only played it like once.
You know, drop the bass like wub montage, dude. He'll play Galio and he'll do good on it. It's one of the things that you see sometimes. He'll take some of these trades. It's just setting up for the team to be able to make their own kinds of plays. It's not all.
You know, in the mid lane, you're also seeing, you know, more AP mid Niski on Mad Lion's side. He only plays AP, as I've stated before. But you know, mid Seiya, he has a bit of a combination of between both. Even though, you know, most of his AD champions are really high skill AD champions like Tryndamere and Yasuo. But he also has this 100% win rate Corki. Kind of really scared about that because Corki is mixed damage. And oh, it looks like the game is back on. Oh, cool. Alright, Unforgiven is picking the ban now. What is he gonna pick? He picked the Callista. He does not want ISG to get Callista because Gavado has a 100% win rate on Callista during the LLA closing playoffs, and now Seiya is going to pick out a mid ban. And he's going to ban Silas. Silas is an oddball one because Niski only had a 66% win rate on Silas. You know, why would he pick a Silas over a Swain or a Vex? You know, Swain now has a lot more healing in his kit with the rework, and it appears on Niski's side, he picked out Sejuani and got her out of the playing field, so ISG can't have that 75% win rate Sejuani at the LLA closing playoffs. Or I'm sorry. So Armut can't play Sejuani with that 50% win rate. And we're coming to the first picks. Ad is picking Gragas top lane. Or not Gragas. Graves top lane. And Armut is picking his Gnar. Now, Armut's Gnar is pretty good. He has a 100% win rate during the spring LEC and an 80% win rate during the summer LEC. And Elyoya is going to pick Hecarim. Hecarim has been nerfed during this patch. I don't know why, you know, you'd pick someone over, but I guess for that good CC against, I don't know, someone like Graves, because, you know, you got to get Graves out if he scales really hard. Rael is going to pick Ornn for Ad, or for... Is this jungle? What does this play here? Yeah, no, he's going to pick Ornn for Ad, because of his Ornn. He really, one of his favorite champions is Ornn. Has a 75% win rate during the LLA closing playoffs. And a 100% win rate during the LLA closing season. And it appears the ADC, or this could be a mid lane pick, could be Misfortune for ADC. I'm looking here at my notes. Don't see anyone playing Misfortune anytime soon, but Misfortune is, you know, one of the basic, you know, player champions you could ever pick in this entire game. And it looks like ADC Unforgiven is going to be given Seraphine. Seraphine during these last few patches have been an absolute monster in the bot lane, destroying everyone that they could ever find with the right support matchup, and it comes out to the fourth ban coming out for Mad's side. Wonder how this is going to match up, and they're going to ban LeBlanc from Seiya. You know, Seiya's LeBlanc is okay-ish, you know, and during the LLA closing playoffs, he got a 66% win rate. Not terrible, not great, you know, could be better, but, you know, with a really fed LeBlanc, it's going to be really hard to catch her. And for ISG side, they're going to pick out Swain. Swain on Niski, or not, yeah, Swain. You know, he had a 100% win rate. Again, if he gets really fed, his healing's going to be absolutely monstrous, and it would be unable to stop him, and you would not be able to outmaneuver him. And the last ban for Mad is going to be Azir. Azir, again, for Seiya, Azir is not one of his greatest picks. Got a 66% win rate during the LLA closing playoffs. Hopefully, you know, they could be able to fix it up. And the last ban for ISG is going to be Victor. Now, Victor is also a monster this patch. Apparently, from what I've been told, is that Victor, if he's able to roam, then no one will be able to really catch him because he has bonus movement speed with one of his abilities.
One of the champions that we were talking about being one of the few that Niski played twice.
And it looks like they picked Talia for
exactly in that wheelhouse, and Niski himself does play it very well, and it puts pressure now on Seiya and Grell to.
This can't be a jump. Is this support Talia or mid Talia? This is very interesting. Now it's Talia for Niski. Talia, Niski, they had a 60% win rate. Not great, not terrible. It seems ISG is looking at picking Lissandra and possibly Riven for this next one. Riven's always a solid pick. Riven can execute people with the ultimate and be able to have enough sustainability to survive a really big team fight, which is possibly what they need. Oh, and it looks like they're going to pick an Amumu for the support. MF Amumu combo, really okay-ish. MF with the slow, with her E, and Amumu with the 2 stuns, being able to, keep them in place and secure a kill. And it comes down to this last pick for Kaiser. Kaiser's picks, his top 3 favorites right now are Yumi, Rakan, and Nautilus. Oh, he's going to pick a Leona. Kaiser does not have a really good history with Leona. His noticeable one is during the spring LEC he had a 0% win rate, and during the summer LEC he had a 50% win rate. But, this game could be a giant coin toss because Seraphine Leona is probably going to be a monstrous matchup. I mean, Leona also is very tanky. She could probably handle all the AP that, or AD, or an AP that Amumu and Miss Fortune are going to give out. But, Mad Team is looking very mobile with Seraphine as the backline being able to support their team at the back and do all the damage. ISG's team is looking to just get one of them fed and hopefully keep them alive as long as possible. Ornn is always going to scale. You can't really stop Ornn scaling. And then with that, the game is now in play.
Both are actually more teamfight comps than not. The Gnar can split a little bit more than the Ornn and whatnot, but otherwise, Seraphine and Hecarim are very much teamfight champions.
Yeah, they want to group up. They want to be able to have those 5v5s. But we already talked about Ornn, about the Misfortune, about the Amumu. These massive AoE ultis don't feel as good in 1v1s and 2v2s. They want to pile together.
Yeah, so I think it's going to come down a lot for Isurus to be in these objective fights early, get there, get vision.
Very exciting stuff going to be happening in this coming game.
Drop this insane wombo combo and instantly delete some members of Mad
ISG's team is more team-oriented.
I expect Mad Lions team to actually be very good.
Mad Lions is just hoping on the Seraphine or the Hecarim to be really fed. And now the game is underway. And it looks like ISG is going for an invade, and they're going to catch Jelly with Talia getting the first blood, Seiya getting the first blood. That is... Man, what a really bad play. But man, it was surely fun to watch. The first blood is given out within the first minute of the game during the first match of Worlds 2022. Now, mid lane has to be wary of Seiya getting the first kill. Or I'm sorry, not Seiya, Niski.
Jelly gift wrap that one for a mark. That is not the start they are looking for. Silver lining, as you said, at least no summoner spells.
Gnar taking the fleet footwork as his runes and unsealed spellbook for Ornn. Very interesting, never seen that before. Is Ornn looking to just be less tanky and be more teamfight oriented? Very interesting. And also, Ornn starting W instead of Q. That's also very good because Gnar's transformation and being able to do max health damage.
If you play Xlia well, you can theoretically not bump into mana problems. This allows you to play kind of brain off and spam a lot more through the first couple levels than you ever normally would be able to, given that you're going to start.
It looks like
right away. You have that bit extra base mana.
this looks like this ISG Gavado? Armut, sorry. No, it's Ad. Yeah, it's Ad. Ad is losing all of his CS. He's losing to Gnar right now, but eventually Ad is going to come back from his loss and be able to provide more support for his team. And it looks like ISG is looking to go in. You know, with Jelly going off with the double stun. Mad, both flashes going out in the bot lane.
All right, Jelly kind of making up for the oopsie at level 1. Gets both flashes with the double chains from his Q early on. Feels pretty good. And puts Mad Lions
Deep ward going into Braves jungle side by Raptors.
In shove and early pressure, but that does give you opportunities now potentially if you can somehow break Seiya out of the
Niski and Seiya are just trading blows back and forth. Niski unable to hit Seiya because Niski does not have any abilities at the moment to be able to poke at Seiya. Ad is just hiding under tower because he can't do anything right now because he's not like a fighter like Gnar, and Gnar being a ranged top laner makes it really difficult for any other top laner. Appears that ISG knows that there's a control ward in the bush. Or a ward in the bush. Gorel is going for bottom scuttle. Elyoya is going for top scuttle.
He has been kind of the X factor, I guess I would say, watching Isrus games. He has some insane team fights, both good and bad. He seems to always be flanking, it feels like, no matter the
Niski is holding, you know, topside, riverside to get his jungler to come down and come help him. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to catch the kill on Seiya after taking all that damage, so he's going to have to be forced to back and possibly miss a wave.
He tied for him. He got 4 MVP votes, tied up with Boogie and Adi in that count. So definitely the guy who can show up when they need him, but a lot of pressure is going to be on him on that misfortune. We know how much power this champion's ultimate.
Looks like Grell is looking to possibly gank at the bottom lane, but I think Mad knows what's going on, so they're not going to be able to do anything. Grell is backing, and so is Seiya. Possibly replenishing their health and mana and buying items to catch up. Oh, Ad and Armut are going at it. Ad losing the trade between them because Gnar transform is getting bonus health with each hit. Also, his fleet footwork is proccing, enabling him to heal and move faster. Ad is almost matching Arma in CS, but he is 10 CS behind, which is not very good on Orin's case because his passive will not allow him to have any more bonus armor or magic resistance, but eventually it'll scale up. And it looks like he's almost matching CS with Armut. And Elyoya is invading, taking Grell's Raptors. It looks like Grell is looking for an invade, but they know he's invading. So they're possibly coming to look to gank him. It looks like they're grouping up to deathball him. And it looks like he knew from the start and is getting over the edge. But Armut is coming down here to look at him and is catching him off. And Elyoya securing the kill on Grell and possibly trying to stop him from killing himself. Ad is going to add, and Elyoya gets the double kill. Now this is going to be really bad for ISG coming up, because when a Hecarim gets ahead, he's just uncatchable. He's as quick as lightning. That is having a 1,000 gold difference between them with 3 kills on them. Mad is in the lead in this match. And it looks like Grell is looking to do Dragon, which at this point you shouldn't be looking to for an objective when Hecarim just got 2 kills. He should be looking at farming again. No, I gotta commend Ad for trying to get Armut, but he just couldn't secure the kill even with his flash going out. I think for a lot of people, Elyoya being arguably the best player on Mad Lions, I think for a lot of people between him and Niski, and Elyoya is at his best on these kind of farming, scaling, carry champions. He exploded on Niski being the highest level at this moment, being level 8. And Seiya's matching, and it looks like they're you know, Seiya's catching him off guard, and Ad's going in. Ooh, Niski flashes behind to dodge the Ornn Ram. What a wonderful flash. And Seiya not having a flash anymore. Oh, wait, they still have a flash. Okay, my bad.
Setting that up, getting the initial chunk down to Niski, and ADD roaming down from River had that threat from the ultimate. I think Niski didn't need to flash. It looked like he could have just stepped down, but I like playing.
What a wonderful outplay by Niski. But now that they have wasted both their ults and nothing was gained, it was all a waste of ultimates, and now they gotta wait 2 minutes to do anything else. Elyoya finding the control ward in Tri-Brush, and with Ad knowing, it means he cannot possibly gank any further. But Elyoya is carrying the most gold on his team alongside Niski. With them having the highest gold differential means they can possibly have more items to help out. And they're currently getting Rift Herald to help destroy with towers, and it looks like ISG in the bot lane is taking out 2 plates from towers. It appears that bot lane cannot keep up with the pressure between Amumu and Misfortune. You know, considering that Amumu can just CC him locking down, you know, possibly letting Misfortune get the kill. Hopefully at level 6 they'll be able to trade blows with them and be able to secure a kill on possibly Misfortune and Jelly at the same time. Giving the bot lane 2 kills and be able to catch up with ISG's bot lane. And it looks like ISG is coming up top to look for possibly a kill on Ad. They didn't make it in time. Oh, nope, they made it in time. They might be able to get a kill on Ad right here and now. And Niski got the kill. But Armut is down. Niski is stuck behind the enemy lines. And Grell gets a double kill, matching Hecarim in kills. Fortunately enough, Hecarim was able to get out of there. Not being able to get his gold shut down means that he is still a threat on the Rift. But the trade wasn't worth it. They lost 2 and they only got 1. And it was given to Niski. Even though Armut wanted the kill, he just couldn't secure it on time. Elyoya just decided to say, nah, I'm gonna take the tower plate and leave. But that was really good on Elyoya's part, noticing what was happening and then being able to escape out of there quickly. Armut flashes out of the ulti. Elyoya is here now, here to take out the jungler. And it looks like Armut got the shutdown. And Elyoya got another kill on Ad, being unable to be stopped. Elyoya is a threat on the Rift. But it looks like they're going to be trying to take top tower here. Elyoya placing the Rift Herald so that Armut can keep pushing, increasing more pressure on Ornn. First tower goes to Mad. Although bot lane is not looking too good, they are still losing, you know, trades in bot lane. Elyoya now having a 350 gold shutdown means that if he dies, the possible person that got the kill will have more of a gold lead against them. But now Mad is up with nearly 4,000 gold difference and 4 more kills on the board than ISG. Mad having only 1 tower and ISG still struggling to take their first one. Although, they shouldn't give up their hopes, considering that that bot lane has taken out 2 plates, and it looks like Elyoya is looking to drag here, meaning a team fight is about to come out.
You're down about 3,500 gold. It's just a Cloud Drake. I'm not sure if they really want to go for it. The Drake's already
I gotta say, Elyoya getting the Cloud Drake is nice. Uh-oh. Elyoya gets taken out by Gavado. Gavado getting the shutdown means a bigger gold lead in the bot lane, which means that they're going to have a harder time in lane. Man, they really sacrificed the shutdown for a Cloud Drake. You know, it's good for Hecarim, but it's not good for really anyone else on the team. They really should not have gone for that. But Lissandra coming in with the ulti to stun Elyoya in place because they knew he had the shutdown. Oh, and Gavado got a double kill there. It was well-placed ultis from Lissandra and Misfortune.
Bringing that gold lead a lot closer. Bit of a misstep there by Mad Lions, underestimating the power of team fighting for Isurus.
And hey, Isurus closed that 3.
And it looks like the next drag that's coming up is Hextech.
Was a pretty big swing in keeping this game.
Now, ISG has a 2,000 gold difference between Mad, but they have less kills. Now, I wonder what the play is here with Elyoya. Are they just invading to take out wards? It looks like Rel's trying to look for a gank in the top lane.
Only a couple hundred behind Elyoya, the most fed members for Mad Lions. So this is a decent start for them. You can see going for
Ad and Armut are, you know, Armut has a near 20 gold different or CS difference between him, and or Ad's just gonna have a hard time catching up with him.
attack speed buff that Strut gets is absolutely no joke, and you can pump out that damage with the double up kind of auto attack reset that you have.
Ad is currently taking farm.
The second item, he knows he's going to have to shoot through Kaiser. He knows he's going to have to get through this Hecarim in this Gnar. You can already see the winged moonplate in the inventory of Elyoya. Those movement speed tank items are going to start coming out, and the horse is going to get very scary very quick. Gunning through that front line is not just an option, it's going to be a necessity.
Absolutely. And
Elyoya is looking to take Rift Herald, be able to take down more towers with it.
when they're going full carry Hecarim, they can grab that tier early on. Does grab the
ISG all in the mid lane, heading up Riverside,
meatball identity that they're
looking to possibly take Rift out from Mad's hands so they can't take another tower.
Isurus, despite that fact, going to try and contest this objective as well, it looks like.
Unforgiven and Kaiser are holding them off to be able to not be able to take it, and they got Rift Herald, but no one's going to be able to pick it up.
Unforgiven thrown up into the air, but now they're trying to get themselves back out as Niski cuts them
Oh, Niski coming in from the backline, ulting and cutting out their way of escape. Armut slaying Ad,
couple rocks, seeing if there's any
and it looks like they were able to secure Herald.
target, but that's Mad Lions getting themselves
Elyoya is currently holding on to it, and he has about 2 minutes to be able to use it.
Focus there. It was a nice interrupt.
Now they have a 3 gold difference between ISG.
That was nicely done by Kaiser to stuff any engage. And then, once that happens, here, we're taking a look at it first. ADD starts this fight off with that ultimate, like we're saying. Jellius wants to get that follow-up, but the ultimate stun there by Kaiser stops any potential massive wombo combo. And once this wall comes in from Niski and kind of bisects the team fight, Seiya decides, all right, we'll go for him instead, but Niski having his flash available is able to get out of there while the rest of his team focuses down ADD.
Niski using a well-placed flash to get out of dodge.
As well as grabbing that Rift Herald, kind of making sure this game didn't slip any further away from them, still in control.
But now Niski having a 150 gold shutdown, and Armut having a 150 gold shutdown, meaning that ISG might we want to take a look at them, and it looks like Niski is going to be caught out for overextending, and Seiya getting the shutdown on him.
Yeah, look, we were just saying, lost his flash in that
Seiya having near 20 gold CS difference with
getting that lockdown. Big part of the kills
Niski.
engraved 100% kill participation, and Grell and Seiya, I think you could say, if you hadn't watched.
Now maybe ISG is looking at taking out Armut now that he's stepping in the bot lane.
I feel like when I watch him, a little bit of that like Bjergsen syndrome that people sometimes say, oh, well, he could be a bigger playmaker or whatnot, but he's almost always doing the right thing. But that does sometimes draw criticism when the rest of the team is doing crazy stuff and you're kind of that consistent member. He's also the most accomplished.
Gavado and Unforgiven are still having even CS, even though Gavado
When they merge together into the LLA, you know, like this
Gavado having 2 kills, Unforgiven sticking to the 3 assists, although they have not died once.
He's the only player left on this roster from 2021, and his coach describes him as like that X factor that this team would need to be able to get out of play and to be able to fight their way into the main group stage. So he's definitely somebody to keep your eye on if you're an Isurus.
Ad is just chilling at top bush, hoping to kill out Niski again. because they realize that Niski's being a problem, and it looks like he might get caught out, and he is. Ooh, and the stopwatch coming out, but Niski gets taken down by Grell. Grell matching kills with Elyoya now. Elyoya placing Rift at mid, looking to take tower here. And they're not going to be able to get it, so it was a wasted Rift Herald. But it also looks like they're looking for Hex Tech Dragon. Now, it looks like that Mad and ISG are looking to fight here. They know ISG knows that they have the number advantage, so they're going to be trying to get it out from under Mad's hand so they don't have it. But I think Mad is just going to back here and accept the defeat at Drag Pit because they are just down one, and they cannot fight that. Mad and ISG still having a 2,000 gold difference, although ISG has 2 less kills than Mad. Score is currently 6 and 8. But both teams have a Dragon Soul. Mad having the Cloud Soul, or Mad having the Cloud Dragon, and ISG having the Hex Tech Dragon. It's very interesting to see Grell pulling out a Gore Drinker and an Umbral Glaive, because Gore Drinker was just absolutely nerfed into the ground, and looks like Grell is going to be taken out by Elyoya. Elyoya securing the kill